Mic check. Mic check. Morning Discord, morning YouTube. Let's get into it. From the after hours yesterday, pre-market, not a lot of movement. I'm gonna go ahead and put this pink ranger right here. On the bottom end of the pink ranger, on this bottom end, we gotta tread light, right? You see how the risk to reward on this pink ranger, okay? We're always gonna risk to reward. It's always gonna be a thing. Because we know if they want to grab liquidity from within this right here, watch this. So this is your liquidity range, right? So it's not gonna, if they want to grab liquidity, it's not gonna be weird to wait. Why did that happen? It's not going to be weird for them to grab it right here, a little bit under the 5, right? To grab the liquidity to shoot up. So for the pink ranger to the downside, if you're not in the Discord, you don't understand what pink ranger means. So you're going to have to join the Discord to understand that. But I gear my analysis towards Discord. Anyways, for Discord, this is what we got to watch out for. Risk to reward underneath this pink ranger. Let's let a few cycles go by. 1 or 2 cycles. I think that worked out yesterday, right? Let a few cycles go by. That way we can identify our macro. I think probably 3 cycles, right? So meaning like a bull cycle, bear cycle, and then another bull cycle. I like this. If we can get a full cycle. I just been noticing that when we tried, excuse me, when we tried to, give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Whenever we try to jump in early before we get data, we're a lot more risky. And then I realize when the afternoon comes and it makes it easy, we're trying to recover as opposed to being on top. So, you know, the data that we do have, that we do know, is that when we're patient, our win rate is pretty much 100%, right? When it's later in the afternoon. This is not me bragging or boasting or any of this. This is all proven on YouTube. I'm not making this up. This is all proven on YouTube live stream. So if I'm saying something, it's good because it's true. I don't need to lie. It's all recorded. There's no way I can lie about this, right? It's all recorded. Anyways, like I was saying, let's get back to the analysis. We need this liquidity to stable out. So essentially, what we're going to look for is maybe, because this was the high for this little peak. So watch this, watch. This is what we got to watch out for. And it may take a long ass time. We don't know. So we want to look out for this longer term play. Everyone see it? Now we're gonna use the micro algos to figure out if this is the macro, right? Or watch this. You see that? Boom, that's there. That's there. Or let's see. It has to be break retest of the 5. That's the answer. It has to be. That's always going to be a thing. All right, so it's going to be break retest of the 5, wherever that is. For safety, that has to be the answer. Can we scalp our way there? Yep. But for safety, if you're risky, that's on you. But if you want to preserve your account and go with the most likely, outcome for success, that's what it is. Minimizing your risk. Okay, let's get into it now. All right. On the 1 minute, we got some downside. Maybe we want to target either Pink Ranger or the 5. On the 5 minute, we might be starting a bear cycle, got some room for the downside. On the 30 minute, we're underwater, maybe starting a bull cycle, but that might be a weak bull cycle starting right here. So how many confluences do you have in whatever your thesis is, right? How many confluences do we have? You need to ask yourself that question. That's not a mistake. That's not a mistake. Now, sometimes you see it when they're kind of telling you opposite. Then if they're kind of telling you opposite, you want to go with the higher time frame. The higher time frame is always going to give you the better outcome. But when you're going with the higher time frame, you have to understand that there's going to be some movement within it. So we have to just be prepared for the movement. So we know level by level, right? We know where look, based on the pattern we see, because it's all patterns. It's all patterns. Just in case you haven't understood the game by now, it's all patterns. We touch the top of this pink, we touch the bottom of the pink. We're testing the top of the pink, bottom of the pink, right? So this is called a range. This is the pattern. Very simple. And I would like, let me check in the Discord. Everyone cool? All right, listen, the Discord, this is what I'm pretty sure happens to us all the time. We'll get into play, 2 candles will go by, and then this one candle will come back and spike up and stop you out. How many times does this happen? How many times does this happen to you? Where you're in a play, you'll chase it, and then one candle stops you out. How many times does this happen? Now, if this keeps happening to you, I'm gonna mute just for the Discord. So YouTube, give me a second, I'm gonna mute and I'll be right back. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. Discord, I'm gonna check on you. Did that make sense to everyone? Just to have some type of risk management strategy. That's the only thing. If what I described is happening to you, where you know that quick stop out, and you're like, oh no, it continued and I stopped myself out. Maybe you want to try it on paper, but I'm saying try what I just expressed. The thing that I know, it's scary, but there's reward for sitting with that discomfort. There's a reward for it. And it doesn't have to be that uncomfortable. If you have your structure and your strategy set up, it won't be uncomfortable. It's just part of it. And then you'll have to rely on our win rate, so you'll understand it's fine, because our win rate at the end of the day is what matters. Actually, not even the win rate. It's following the strategy, that because you can win one big one and lose 5 small ones. I get it, but it's allowing your plays to play out, so you're on top. That's just what it is. So look, if you're in this play, then your best bet, wait till, if you're gonna do the strategy for the guardrails, right? Then you'd be out here instead of this one getting you out. I'm just giving an example. Just giving an example. If you're doing the MACD, it still hasn't, so you'd still be in. Now this is where you need to understand. Start keeping a mental note of what's happening, like which one would be best for you. Is it better to go with this one, or is it better to go with this one? Okay, start keeping a note. Which one's best? By the way, we shouldn't even be in a trade right now because we don't have any setup yet, so there's no trade here. But you know what I'm saying. And also, we also agreed we're going to go through at least a couple cycles. You know, we need some cycles to see what's going on. So we should let this full cycle play out to see, before you make any assessment on what we just talked about. Let's let this full cycle play out to see which one would have been the best. This is just a hypothetical, by the way, right? We know there's no setup, no call out here, but I'm giving you an idea of trying to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. And there's going to be points where it's like this, where it's so close and you're like, okay, I should just close it out. And then look, it opens back up. You need to make a mental note in your head, what's happening, which is the best way for you to succeed. What can you tolerate? What can you stomach? Because all this, holding the trade is the hard part. You see that. Holding the trade is the hard part. Stopping yourself out before it fully played out is the hard part. So you need to figure out what means fully played out to you. Look, it still hasn't crossed, right? Are you going to be in or out of this? This is what I'm saying. You see how it's a movement, and if you zoom out, it's like, oh wait, that's not even a big move, right? That's not a big movement. But when we're zoomed in here, we're like, oh shit, it broke my trend. This is what I'm talking about. Which one would have been the best option for you on the break of this guardrail, or when this closes? You need to start coming up with this. That way you're not so afraid to hold the trade, because you already know you have your criteria. You already know you have your criteria. And you see that either way, it's better to either hold for this or hold for that, because you usually get another bite at the apple, right? You usually get another bite at the apple. So, you know, instead of this one stopping you out and you got in, let's say you got in on this candle, you look, you had a couple more chances. You see it creeping up to, you can manage your risk appropriately. And then if you need to get back in, you could. You need to figure out your tolerance for risk management. You have to figure this out. Make up a plan, whichever it's going to be, If you're gonna go guardrail, if you're gonna go key level, if you're gonna go MACD, whatever it is, something. But it can't be just vibes. Do you understand what I'm saying? It cannot be that. Now we know we're in this range, so we're not even tripping about this, but so sit down, take some, you know what, here's the thing. Because I train people to not rely on me forever, because I know it's just not a thing, you're gonna get it eventually. But in order to accelerate it, you need to invest some time in yourself. If you're not going back at the end of the day and reviewing your trades to see, oh, maybe do it right now. Maybe this is the wake-up call. I am giving you a wake-up call. Go back, review your trades, and see, should you have used the channel? Should you have used MACD? Which one would have worked out better? This is what you need to do. If you're not going to invest this time in yourself and you're still getting stopped out on one green candle or one red candle, whatever it is, then we've identified the problem. It's up to you to go and to solve the problem. How do you know how to solve the problem? You need to figure out which is the best exit strategy. Entry strategy, I got you covered. Exit strategy, you need to figure it out. I'm giving you options on how to figure out your exit strategy, okay? So go back, do the research, which one would have worked for you, and stick to that. Because then you can at least have some data of your own to validate, yes, this is profitable for me, or this one isn't. Because, you know, we don't have a question that the entries are there. The problem is your exits. This is the answer. How do I know the entries aren't the problem? Because we have a trading plan. We have, you know, months and months and months, almost a year of YouTube lives to show that, you know, the entries aren't the problem. So we identify the problem. It's your exit strategy. Now we can work with something. Come up with a plan that you're going to do, repeatable no matter what, with the understanding and belief that the next setup is around the corner. So you'll be fine. This is simply what you must do. There's a protocol for this sort of stuff, and I'm telling you what the protocol is. You have to, if you're not going to invest in yourself, it's going to be a very cold, hard world for you. Because no one else is going to do it. I'll tell you that right now. No one else is going to take time and invest in you. Maybe your mom. Your mom probably invested time. Your mom and dad. Look, there's nothing to do here. Be patient, right? We're not jumping in any trades. There's no trade here. So let's wait a couple cycles go by. We're gonna get all the data we need. Watch, it's always gonna play out. It always works. It always works. And the times that it doesn't, you're not even worried about it because it's so rare that you already know your win rate it's all risk tolerance. Risk tolerance. We're still in the pink. Nothing to do here. Be patient. Oh, jeez. Comedians in the Discord. Comedians. Really. Alright, let's check out the higher time frames here. The 5 minute says we're above the water technically, but in our bear cycle, so this is sideways. The 30 minute says, yeah, we're just dancing right on this zero line, so sideways. The 1 minute says we're sideways as well, just getting above the water, maybe a weak bull. We're sideways, nothing to do here. Easy. Also, we didn't even see any structure play out, right? So there's also no reason to trade. Do you see why we don't always need to be, you don't always have to be in every leg. That's just not how, if you're constantly trying to be in every leg of a move, you've lost the plot. That's not how this works. I think that's how we feel, like, oh look, I see the movement going this way, I should be in the play. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. We haven't verified any of our algos yet. We need time. We need time. You have to remember, we're trying to ride the wave of the market settling orders. So I'm giving you some type, hold on. We're testing this blue, so let's test this blue. Let's test this blue. Again, we're in this tight range, right? So if you're doing micro structure, micro algos in here, you better, if you're scalping this, risk to reward, you know, get what you can and get out, because this is the range you're in. If you don't understand that, then there's nothing I can do. There's no guarantee that it's going to go straight to the 5, right? You see we have a lot of liquidity built up right here. So we're testing this blue. We're going to see if it's going to be the blue for the day. Let's test it. We haven't tested it yet. So the reason why we need to test it is because, well, obviously you know why we need to test it, but we have to validate it. So you didn't miss anything if you didn't take this trade. You didn't miss anything. And if you feel like, oh, if you feel FOMO at this point right now, your mind is messed up. This is not the way you should be thinking. You should be thinking, okay, good. We need this movement so I can see the setup. There is no setup here. All we know is we're just in this range, right? There's absolutely no setup. Now, you can scalp from, let's say, blue to maybe pink, or actually it would be just this low a day right here. You can try that, but we need data, we need information. Now we have our thesis that we're next to the 5. A lot of liquidity on the 5. They're probably going to do something on the 5 before they do anything else, because it's really damn close, but we'll see. We're sideways. There's no movement. You didn't miss anything. So just be patient. All right, this blue's looking pretty good for us. We might use this blue for the day. So we might be using blue for puts for the day. Let's see if it at least gets back down to 62.23. Because on a very micro scale, you want to look to see if this happens right here. Very micro scale. Now remember, Discord, pink ranger to the downside, you know, hopefully you see the risk to reward there. Pink ranger to the downside, so trade light. And if this MACD is going to start to spread apart, if the legs are going to spread apart, then look, it's going to do this. If the legs are going to start to spread apart, it's going to do that. Okay, let's see if target gets hit. Profit target hit. Anything after this? Protect your trade if you took this, by the way. So look, if you zoom out, is that a big movement? Probably not. So profit target hit, there's, you know, you can't ask for anything more. You gotta, this is how the stock market works. If it bounces off of here, it bounces off of here. You knew that was gonna happen because of this. That's all you can ask for, right? So how you manage the trade, there's nothing I can do about that. You need to come up with a strategy, right? What's your strategy on break of, let's say it's break of blue. What's your strategy? Are you waiting for this to close? Or are you waiting for, excuse me, guardrail? Whatever it is, you need to figure it out. Clean up the chart. So on this, do you feel more comfortable taking profit target? Do you feel more comfortable waiting for a break of purple? Do you feel more comfortable waiting for the close? This is what you need to figure out. Start to analyze this now. Write down the result if you have to. Don't just sit there and not actively try to work towards making an exit strategy for yourself. The entrances, we got that covered. We got that covered. This is the last part you need to put together. Are you waiting for this? Are you doing this? Are you hitting profit target, getting out and taking profit, going, you know what I'm saying? Like, come up with your strategy. Do you feel more comfortable just going heavy and profit target? You're done for the day. Do you feel comfortable with going light, waiting for guardrail? This, you need to come up with it. I can't do that part. That's the part I can't do. What I can do is tell you where the risks are based on the patterns. Look at the pattern, right? Top of pink, bottom of pink, going towards the top of pink, bottom of pink. This is the pattern. So we've already identified this risk to reward. We already identified this. This is no surprise to us. You see how we manage risk? Simple. If you want to stay in that trade and take what the market gives you, I recommend. Take what the market gives you until you see the deep structure. Then you're thinking, okay, now I see deep structure. I'm willing to hold this trade. We know we're in a range here. You know you have to take profit where you can. Very simple. Very simple. You know, I personally think we don't have enough data yet. There's no movement. We're literally sideways. But I'm giving you an idea of, you know, when we're in it, at some point in time, I'm gonna start saying, look how easy it's gonna be now, right? At some point in time today, I'm gonna say, okay, everything just got so much easier. I gotta redo this purple, by the way. I have to redo the purple. So this is why we need data. Anyways, I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm not doing a lot of work. Let me do work for you guys. Let me do work really quick. Okay. Just be patient. I haven't done anything yet. Just be patient here. You're stuck in this range. Okay, let's see what happens on the top of this pink ranger. Okay, got some strength coming in. Let's look at the higher time frame. Okay, maybe starting a bull cycle on the 5. We're in. Okay, look at the 30. Look at the 30. And by the way, on Sunday we have already, you know what, I'm gonna wait till the end of the day before I before I gloat, because you know I love to gloat. You know I love to gloat. I'm a gloater. But watch, at the end of the day, we're gonna reference the class that we did Sunday, and then we're gonna talk about it. And then we're gonna talk about it, and then you're gonna have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, dang, I'm the problem here. But it's easy to fix the problem. That's the good thing, because we've identified it, so no big deal. No big deal. Let's see if we got a half channel here. I'm still not a fan of this blue for the down. I believe this blue is like build of blue, break of this thing, right? So hold on, give me a second. Oh, I didn't do magenta yet. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting some data. Just give it some time. Give it some time. All right, Discord. You see the pink rangers. You see everything. So just be patient. We're still in this range. Look at your 30-minute. Look at the 30-minute, okay? Look at your 5-minute. If you're waiting for an entry, let's look for a weak bear. If we get above, wait for a weak bear above 63.75. If you're on YouTube listening to me say weak bear, you have no idea what that means, you gotta join the Discord. You gotta join the Discord, because that's gonna be the answer. Whatever I just said, if you're in the Discord, that's going to happen. Okay? That is going to happen. Just know that. Now to the downside, you know, we've already talked about that. But to the upside, it is going to happen. Hold on. If that weak bear, right, then it is. If that's a weak bear, then it's going to happen. This is a 2. Let's see if we, excuse me. Let's see if we make this a shoulder. Let's see if we grab liquidity up here and then come back down. So that's what we're looking. That's what we're looking to see. Okay. This is for like a longer move down. I'm not sure when this head's gonna form, but. Like, for example, I don't know if it's going to be here. It could be literally right here, but we'll see. You didn't miss anything. We're collecting data. You didn't miss anything. Stop being weird. Still in our range. Also, another part of risk management is realizing when not every day is a trading day, right? Not every day is a trading day. So if today's not the day, then today's not the day. You don't have to take trades you don't feel comfortable with. Oh wait, what did I just do? Dang it. Look how evil inside this range is. Risk to reward, telling you. The only way you could have played this is by me saying, look at the pattern. Top, bottom, top, bottom. That's the only way you could have played this. Just because of the pattern, right? Buy calls on the bottom buy calls on 6190, puts, if it rejects 6350. There's always a pattern. And this is just pretty much the same as yesterday. Remember it did this yesterday too, and it stopped me out here yesterday? Did the same thing yesterday. Okay, so this is what I should have prepared for yesterday. I'm not gonna let it happen again. Boom, secondary liquidity underneath. Not gonna let it happen again. We're at market open. You missed nothing. Look, no one can trade this, right? We have to wait for the setup. There's no setup here. This is why we wait for setup. This is exactly why we wait for setup. I'm not a big fan of this blue, but oh man, look at this volatility coming in. Let's check higher time frame. Man, quick switch. It went, now we're below the water. Let's see if the legs open up there. This is sideways. The 30 minutes has got some room for the up, but this is sideways. It's below the water with some room for the up. That's what we know. So this is actually sideways. Okay, yes, this is a, technically it's a 2, but that secondary liquidity is right here on magenta. The magenta secondary liquidity is right here. You got to measure risk to reward here. Technically it's a 2, but you know, we're still in the range. That's all I got to say. I've said everything I need to say. I'll repeat it again. We're inside of a range. If you're taking plays, you got to be in and out. Take your money and get out while we're in the range. Not every day is a trading day. You don't always have to be in a trade. That's not a thing. Look at the 5 minute actually has no, there's nothing here. It's a 2 on the 5 minute as well, because it's just not enough data. There's not enough movement to assess anything. So I'm not gonna try to be a hero and risk everybody's money here. That's not what I'm gonna do. My eyes don't, I don't know. I don't see anything yet, so I have to wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk people's money here. I know people are relying on me to do the right thing, and I'm just saying what the risks are. In the range, nothing I can do. However much you can get out of this, you got to get it if you can get it. Oh, Discord, listen to this. Listen to this, Discord. I came up with something right now, and it's gonna make sense, but I mean it's gonna be obvious after I say it, but watch. Our success rate will be extremely high if we are above the water and wait for continuation. You know what that means? Or below the water and wait for continuation. Very high success rate. And when I'm saying continuation above or below, if you don't know what I mean, let me know. I'll go on mute real quick. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so consumer confidence didn't do well today. Okay. Okay, so here, I'm gonna go on mute, okay? And I'm gonna explain to the Discord. I'm gonna go on mute and explain to Discord. I'll be right back, YouTube. I'm just mute for a second. I just realized I was muted on YouTube this whole time. My bad, YouTube. I've been muted this whole time. Jeez. That's fine. Discord, hey, Discord pays for it, so that's good. That's good. I've been talking for the last 30-40 minutes and I was on mute. I'm sorry, YouTube. Hey, I'm new to this. I'm not a streamer, I'm a trader, so I'm new to this. Please forgive me. I've been on mute this whole time. Listen, here's the lesson: don't get old. If you get old, you're gonna be subject to wild thoughts and okay, hold on, I gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention. Okay. Okay. I'm here. I'm just I'm trying to pay attention to this trade. Give me a second. Protect your trade. Protect your trade. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money we printed. Look, okay. Okay, there it is. There it is. We knew exactly what to expect. There was no surprise here. Our only entry was for calls was up here. This was our call entry on yellow. I told you one of two things was gonna happen. It could only be like this. Look at the money we just printed. Take your profit, don't be greedy. Woo! There it is. Every day we do this. If you're sitting here on YouTube, you see what happened. Listen, my loyalty is to my Discord. And you see that I was mute that whole time because I'm old and senile, but that's besides the point. My loyalty is to my Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I don't know what to tell you. Then you're gonna, I don't know what to tell you. Look at the money we printed. We are 100% on the call outs today. 3 for 3. 3 for 3. It's done. I mean, nothing more I can do. Look at the money we just printed right here. Here it is. Okay, 3 for 3. We just have to wait for the setup. I explained exactly where the setups are. I told you exactly what the setup looks like. Look at the money we just printed. Come on now. And if you waited for the confirmation, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a little bit riskier. I'm a little riskier, right? That was an excellent trade. Look at the money. That was amazing. I love this. I love this. Exactly to the profit target. Exactly to the profit target. There's nothing more I can do. Okay, I took on profit target, right? Because I know we're in a range, right? Low a day. Why am I going to test anything more than that? Low a day. Easy. Don't overstay your welcome. You see where the low a day is. You have to wait for a break retest, right? For if you expect more downside, you gotta wait for a break retest of the 5. You gotta listen to what I'm telling you. You know, we're scalping. I literally said we're scalping in this range here. You gotta get in and get out. Luckily, I was able to hold until I got out like 61, 68. You know, I left a little bit on the table, but that's really hard. Yeah, that's hard to get that little extra. For me, it was. As soon as it hit this, boom, I just moved my stop loss right there and I stopped out immediately. Fine. I think because of the volatility, it didn't give me a great fill on my sell, but whatever. Okay, good trade. Excellent trade. Oh, man. Right to the lick box. I mean, YouTube, are you not seeing what's happening in front of your face? And you still haven't sent me an email to LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com because you don't want to get sorted out, right? You don't want to get sorted out. You just want to sit here and try to nickel and dime yourself into success. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. If you think that there's a get-rich-quick scheme and you could piggyback off this YouTube, you got to invest in yourself and join the Discord. That's just the answer. There's nothing more I can do. I prove it every day. We're 3 for 3 for today. If this isn't enough for you, then nothing's gonna be enough. There's no amount of convincing I can do to show you that I'm trying to help you. I want you to succeed. My goal is for everyone in my Discord to print crazy money. That's my goal, and it takes time. And I'm very open and honest with that. This takes time, and it's not the fact that we need the time to test the strategy. We need time to make sure that your emotions are in check, that you can follow through with the proper strategy. That's what the time is for. The strategy works. Go back and look at the YouTubes. Nothing more I can say about that. Okay, this was absolutely perfect. Wait for the next setup. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Or, you know what, Discord, please, if we're 3 for 3, just leave. Just leave. Don't make me beg you. Just leave for the day. Like, we do it every day. You're not missing out on anything. This stuff is we just need time. We just need a little bit of time. Look, we learned our lesson from yesterday here, right? We learned our lesson. This was easy. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a little quick break. Let this settle out. If I miss a play, I miss a play. We're 100%. We're 3 for 3. I'm not gonna be greedy here. Come on now. I'll be right back. Okay, I want to address a concern that someone from YouTube brought to me, and this concern was, yeah, but I'm not putting any connotation behind their comment, so if I sound weird, I'm not trying to say that they're being rude or nice or nothing. I'm just saying what it is. So the person's comment was, you know, you only traded for 2 hours yesterday. Okay, I understand that. And in 2 hours yesterday, we were 100%. Did we need to trade for 3 hours? Because the more you trade, the more you risk. So we were able to, and yet, listen, yesterday was a great day for us. Believe that. Anyways, I can go look at the videos. But anyways, the reason why we only need, but you should only be taking 3 trades at most in a day, right? That's at most you should be taking. So So the reason why I'm not sitting here trading all day is because why? I'm not training my Discord to be gamblers. I'm training my Discord to get money, to secure profit, so this is sustainable for the long run. If there's other YouTubers encouraging you to keep gambling your money away after we have 100% winning, then that's shame on them. That's not my style. If it's little by little, I want to grow the account little by little. This is my goal. We need consistency. And you're never gonna be consistent if you keep gambling the money away. We had our for sure wins. Why? Why sit here and keep trading and risk what we won? For what? This doesn't make sense. And look, remember I told you about the stop hunt on purple? Come on now. Remember I told you there's stop hunt on purple? That this was probably a stop hunt and we have to watch out for this? None of this is a surprise. None of it is a surprise. Go back and okay? Okay? Okay. Hold on. And also I told you, wait for this weak bull. Remember the weak bull I told you about, Discord? Remember the weak bull I told you about? There's nothing more I can do. There's absolutely nothing more I can do. Look at the money we just printed. Okay, this is about to be a classic example of why you need to leave. Okay, I got stopped even right here. I got stopped even. That's fine. Little risky. Or no, I didn't even cover fee, so I took $2 loss. No big deal. We're green for the day. But you know what? That's my cue. That is my cue. There's no reason for me to sit there and trade. We did pretty much 3 for 3. That was a little, fuck it, I'll say 3 for 4. I don't care. I don't care. We made a lot of money today, so we're good. Anyways, if you're interested in learning how to trade like this, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I promise you, I'm gonna get you sorted out. This is not a get rich quick scheme. That's not what I'm offering. Okay. This is a strategy that's worked. It's proven. It's tested. Go look at the history for yourself in the YouTube channel. You don't have to believe me. Don't take my word for it. But it's been a pleasure. YouTube, you have a good day. Oh, come on. Look at this. Look at this. Look. It just stopped me out. Okay. It just stopped me out for no reason. Okay. Anyways, YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Have a good day. Send me an email. I'll give you a free session to try it out for yourself. You have nothing to risk. If you like it, you join. If you don't like it, do whatever you need to do. Oh, and I see a chat in here telling me I'm mute. Damn, sorry. Oh man. So the reason I put my stop too tight here was because I knew I had already made money and I don't want to risk any of it. But that's fine. I'm a little annoyed that this wick took me out, but it's okay. It happens. It happens to everybody. But I'm not really not even upset about it. It was $2. Actually $2. So no, like $2 per contract, not literally like full contract. $2 per contract, but this was nothing. We made our money. 3 for 3 for the day. Okay, Discord. I mean, I've laid out the plan. So you here. I'll get back in Discord and I'm gonna mute YouTube. YouTube, it's been a pleasure. You have a good day. Bye.